Hi everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. It is time for our weekly check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. Now this release date is a little bit tricky because Friday, April 21st is the day before Record Store Day. So much attention is given to the Record Store Day releases on that Saturday, we tend to forget that Friday is a normal release day. This one's a little scaled back. There's not much to talk about as some of the bigger artists hold their stuff back so as not to be overshadowed by the releases that come the day after on Record Store Day. But there still is some interesting stuff. So today's list is going to have a lot of soundtracks, some video game soundtracks, a few reissues, and a couple of interesting new releases. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. Here are some of the highlights for Friday, April 21st, 2023. And right out of the gate, we get something brand new from Jethro Tull. Our description says that Jethro Tull are pleased to announce their 23rd studio album, and I'm going to get the pronunciation incorrect on this, so we're going to just call it Rock Flute, but I want you to pay attention to the spelling at the bottom of the image. So this is set for release, as we said, on the 21st via Inside Out Music. And this follows up 2022's release, The Zealot Gene, which was the band's first album in 2 decades. So this time around, Ian Anderson and the band are returning with a 12-track record based on characters and roles of some of the principal gods of the Old Norse paganism. And at the same time, they're exploring the rock float or rock flute, which Jethro Tull has made iconic. There are a couple of different variations to be on the lookout for, the first being on black vinyl. This version clocks in at a list price of about $29. Then there is an indie exclusive clear vinyl version of this that comes with a booklet, this one listing for about $31. And like they did with the previous release, Zealot Gene, there is a deluxe edition. According to our description, the deluxe edition is a limited edition dark red vinyl double LP version of the album that also comes with 2 CDs and a Blu-ray. The second LP includes alternate stereo mixes, and the CDs have demo versions of the songs. And the Blu-ray contains a 5.1 surround sound version and an in-depth interview with Ian Anderson. So the deluxe edition of Rock Flute by Jethro Tull will come in at a list price of about $100. So make sure that if you're looking for this, you let your record store know exactly which version you're looking for. Here is a heavy metal release coming on the 21st as well. This one's from Overkill, and the album is called Scorched. Our description, of course, always embellishes. It says, light the match, set the scene ablaze. The rough and rowdy Overkill have reappeared to bludgeon your ears with their 20th, that's right, 20th studio album, Scorched. So this looks like it's coming on a couple of different variations. A double LP on gold vinyl, that one listing for about $36. And I'm not sure about the availability of this, but it looks to be on splatter colored vinyl. That one also double LP listing for about $37. And finally, a new release from a band I am not familiar with, but just love the name and love the album cover. The group is called Batmobile, and the album is called Brace for Impact. Our description says that this is a limited edition of 750 individually numbered copies on crystal clear 180-gram audiophile vinyl. So Batmobile was founded in 1983, and they're considered to be the seminal Dutch psychobilly band and celebrate their 40th anniversary this year in 2023. So to mark this milestone, the band presents their 15th studio album entitled Brace for Impact, which features 13 brand new killer tracks. These guys have been around for a while. I probably should have heard of them. So Brace for Impact on limited 180-gram crystal clear vinyl by the group Batmobile, listing very heavy at $43 suggested retail price. But again, super limited edition of just 750 individually numbered copies. Just a couple of things on the reissue front for the 21st. Here's 2 from the Small Faces, the first being Ogden's Nut Gone Flake. Now I think that this was scheduled for release a while back, so this is either another repressing on a different color vinyl or that last one got delayed. Either way, this is a repress of the 3rd studio album by the English rock band, originally released in May of 1968. This one is on colored vinyl, looks to be kind of a brownish gold, and will list for about $33. Then we can also look forward to the Small Faces' greatest hits, the immediate years, 1967 through 1969. This one also limited edition and on colored vinyl, although it doesn't say what color vinyl, so we just have to take their word for it. This one listing for about $33 as well. Here's a pair from the Osric Tentacles. Our description says that this is one of the most influential bands to emerge from the UK's festival scene from the early 1980s. So first on the reissue front is There Is Nothing on 140-gram vinyl. It does mention that this is a double LP, this one listing for about $45. And then we have Live Ethereal Serial, also a double LP on 140-gram black vinyl. This one also listing for about $45. I should mention, by the way, that our description calls this band one that has a blend of acid rock with dub, reggae, ethnic world music, and electronic jazzy experimentation. So if you're familiar with them, you know exactly what that sounds like. For those of us that aren't, we'll have to kind of look that up. Next up is a reissue of a concept album from the heavy metal concept band Sabaton. This is called The Great War, being reissued on black vinyl. Our description says that this features 11 tracks, and it's Sabaton's 9th studio album. The concept record, The Great War, was written around the retelling of the battles and experiences of World War I. So Sabaton's The Great War, listing for about $30. Not much info on this next one other than it's called The Ultimate Fan Collection by Lemmy. Our description simply states it's a vinyl LP pressing. Well, yeah. Limited edition release featuring Lemmy with the acts of the likes of Girl School, Saxon, Hawkwind, and an interview with the master himself. So who knows exactly what is on there, but it's obviously Lemmy with a few other acts. This one listing for about $26. A couple of blues and one jazz to pass along. This is Moanin' in the Moonlight from Howlin Wolf, limited edition 180-gram blue colored vinyl. This one coming in at a list price of about $25. Then we can also look forward to something from Lightnin' Hopkins. This is Lightnin' and the Blues, and it's on green vinyl. This one, holy cow, listing at a price of around $70. Our description says that Get Lightnin' and the Blues is being reissued for the first time ever, originally recorded in 1954 for the short-lived Herald record label and released over the years as 7-inch singles. These 12 songs were finally collected as an LP in 1960. So again, this very limited edition dark green vinyl version of Lightnin' Hopkins, Lightnin' in the Blues, listing for about $70. And then as mentioned, we have some jazz from Sonny Stitt. This is When Sunny Blows Blue. Groove Diggers label is delighted to present a reissue of When Sonny Stitt Blows Blue by the legendary saxophonist Sonny Stitt for the first time on limited edition vinyl. Originally released in 1970, this album featured a star-studded lineup with the likes of Herbie Hancock, Grady Tate, and Ron Carter backing Stitt across a number of jazz standards. This one from Light in the Attic and P-Vine Records, also listing very heavy, coming in at a suggested list price of $58. And then rounding things out for the day before Record Store Day, Friday the 21st, we've got a clutch of soundtracks, movies, television, and video games. So stick around here. We'll get through them. First up is The Ring, the official soundtrack on blue and black colored vinyl. This is by technically Hans Zimmer, so it's one of those really cool ethereal soundtracks that Zimmer is famous for. Double LP coming from Light in the Attic Records and Waxwork. So The Ring soundtrack original listing for about $51. But again, that is limited edition on blue and black vinyl. I'm not certain if anything bad happens if you play this once and listen to it. I don't know, have to kind of see what happens. Next up, we have music from Roald Dahl's Matilda The Musical, a soundtrack from the Netflix film. This one is on clear blue vinyl, and it is a double LP, listing for about $42. From television to an animated series, here is one called Space Adventure Cobra. I need my radio voice for this. Space Adventure Cobra, the original soundtrack. Space Adventure Cobra, if you're not familiar, is the animated series produced by the prestigious studio TMS Entertainment and broadcast from 1982. So this series apparently was a huge success and remains to this day one of the most appreciated in the world of Japanese animation. So to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Space Adventure Cobra, Light in the Attic Records is proud to present this reissue. So Space Adventure Cobra, the original soundtrack, holy cow, this is Light in the Attic at their best, listing for about $123. But it is a triple LP, which gathers a very large selection of music from the series and rare and unused tracks that were composed at the time. This is rounded off with a 12-page booklet. So this legendary soundtrack of Space Adventure Cobra, once again, listing for about $123 for the triple LP package. Looks like it's some fun stuff, though. Onward to the video games. Here is the soundtrack to Assassin's Creed Leap into History. This one also coming from Light in the Attic Records. This is a limited edition special 5 LP box set that spans 12 games from the Historied series. This standard edition is just on black vinyl, by the way, but this list's very heavy as well, coming in at a suggested list price of $136. Also from Light in the Attic Records, we have a soundtrack to Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. It is a double LP, and this one lists for about $54. And then finally today, another big release from Light in the Attic Records, although a little bit of confusion on my part as far as the release date. I've got one distributor that lists this as a release date of the 21st, and another that backs this up into May, so we'll have to see when this actually comes out. But this is the Minecraft Dungeons original soundtrack on purple and orange vinyl. It is a 4 LP set, and our description says, for Minecraft Dungeons, Mahjong Studios and Double 11 reimagined the massive Minecraft universe through the lens of a classic dungeon crawler action-adventure game, building in the process a fun, frenetic romp through the procedurally generated maps and worlds. So I'm not certain what that means. I'm not a Minecraft guy, but if you are digging this kind of stuff, this could be for you. This is the Minecraft Dungeons, as we mentioned, 4 LP set, ridiculously loaded collection of impressive tunes presented on nether purple and orange vinyl, housed in an elegant box set slipcase with block-busting album art on there as well. So this, as we mentioned, from Light in the Attic Records, 4 LP set, colored vinyl, listing for about $147. And that is a quick look at some of the new releases coming out on Friday, April 21st, the day before Record Store Day 2023. If you're local and you see something you'd like, please contact us here at the store. We'll do our best to get in a pre-order for you. Not local? Head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. You can peruse through all of the releases through there. We'll put a link directly to that week's releases down in the description below as well. And then don't forget, coming up on Friday, the 21st, the day of these releases, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will do our annual live preview of the Record Store Day releases that we'll have in store for Saturday the 22nd here at Radio Wasteland. Hope you can join us for that. It's going to be a fantastic day. In the meantime, please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Click that like, click that comment, do all the stuff that the algorithm likes you to do. And we will talk to you next week. It's going to be a busy one, so hopefully we'll get the new release video in at that time there too. But we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland. Thanks a lot for being here.